Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the best centers in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM here on this tier list. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 12,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Additionally, we got the 23 of the best centers in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM on this tier list. If there's any cards that you want to run at the center position, that you run at the center position, or whatever the case may be, and you want to know where I would rank them on this tier list and they're not already on here, feel free to leave a comment. I'll let you know about that. And there's a lot of overlap from the power forward position. It's just the way it's going to be honest. I don't think there's generally quite as much overlap at the other positions, but that's at the center position there certainly is a lot of overlap. With that being said, without further ado, let's hop right into it. Arvydas Sabonis, is he A tier? I don't think so. Yes he is. He's 7'3". That's the only reason he's A tier. Outside of that, I don't think he would be A tier, to be completely honest, because I can't stand his release. He doesn't move that well. He's not crazy fast, but he's big, and that matters. Size is super important. He can shoot the ball. He's very big. He's a decent enough playmaker because he's got great passing stats and badges. He's a very versatile card, good defensive guy as well. The size is super valuable to stop guys like Yao, Manute, Taco, etc., and that gives him a lot of value. I don't love the card, to be honest. I can't stand his release, but for most people, I do think he's an A tier guy. I wouldn't personally use him too much. He's not my first choice by any means, but for a pretty budget option, he's not crazy expensive, and I think he's really, really good. I mean, A tier's fair. I don't know. I think D-Rob's got to go. D-Rob is A or B. I don't know, man. There's a lot of good centers on this list. I feel like there's a lot of guys who could go in that borderline A tier, B tier. D-Rob is one of them. He's got solid enough size at 7'1", a very good release, really good movement, great stats and badges. He's as good as Sabonis. He is. He's got to go A tier. I'm not sure he's better because Sabonis' size and player build definitely help him match up a lot better against the Yaos and Manutes and guys like that of the world. But D-Rob is much more versatile offensively, has a much better release, all that stuff. So he's A tier as well, in my opinion. Now, Dikembe Mutombo, he's borderline. I mean, I would take Dikembe over Arvydas. I think he's top of A, maybe even bottom of S. I'm not sure if he'll crack my top 5, but for now, we're going to leave him bottom of A. With that being said, I love the card. I love his release. I think he's an elite defender. He's 7'2", has a very solid player build, does a lot of things really, really well on the court. Definitely a big fan of what you can get out of a card like Arvydas Sabonis. Not like Dikembe Mutombo defensively as well. Got good speed, got everything you can pretty much ask for out of a center. There's a lot of good centers. I mean, at the top, you got some of these really glitchy, insane cards, and for that reason, it's tough, man. Is he going to go S tier? Not quite for me. At least not yet. He might. We'll see. Dwight's going to go B simply because he's undersized. He's only 6'11". He does move really well. He's got incredible speed, tray fade. Don't love his release, though. At least his standstill, catch and shoot off the dribble type release. His fade is obviously great. Tray fade's best fade in the game. He's one of the very few cards on this list with that fade, which is super valuable. But it's just, he's too undersized, man, and his release isn't that great. Still a very solid card, but I can't go higher than B tier, especially at the center position. George Merson, is he D tier? I don't know. There's a few guys on this list that are definitely D tier. Merson, he's 7'7", but he's 25 speed and can't shoot. I mean, he can shoot a wide open 3. That is the one thing I will say about Merson. He can shoot a wide open 3, specifically the hero version. The other one, which isn't on this list, can't shoot a wide open 3, so he's definitely D tier. Like, he sucks. But this Merson can hit it open 3. He's just got 25 speed, so that matters. He's crazy slow. He can kind of shoot. He's like a better Diamond Boban. He's incredibly big, an elite masher, and elite rim protector, but the speed is a killer, man. He's so damn slow. He's gotta go D tier, I think. I think that's fair. Gonna go Grego in B tier. I love his size. Player build is really nice. He's only listed at 7 foot, but he definitely looks bigger than 7 foot. He can shoot open and has a decent but not great release. But the best thing I like about the card is the player build and the fact that he seems to play a lot bigger than 7 foot. I really think he plays great on the defensive end as well, but I'm still gonna have to go B tier. Same thing with Hakeem, not the best release in the world, also a 7-footer. Very good, but not next level insane. I feel like B tier is very fair for him as well. At the center position, he's good. He's just not quite gonna go higher than that. Joel Embiid, I cannot stand his release. The good card is really good in other ways, but his release is so herky-jerky and ugly and inconsistent. For me, I just think it's really tough to put him higher than the C tier, to be completely honest. I like the card, but I don't like the card that much. I would like the card if he had a better release, but because his release sucks, he's C tier, honestly. Gonna go Kareem in A tier. I think Kareem does deserve an A tier spot. I like the card. I don't adore the card, but I do like the card a lot. I wish he had a better release, but outside of that, I really do love him. But again, release is important, and he doesn't have a great one, but he's so good in every other aspect, and he is a capable enough shooter where, with having good size, great player build, all that stuff, I feel like you still have to put him in the A tier and give him the respect he deserves. I think KP's gonna be our first S tier guy. 7'3" with a solid release, solid movement, really, really solid card. He defends very, very well. He's big. He's got a good player build. I think he's a great card. I don't think he gets enough respect sometimes for how good he is, especially at this point in the year because he's been out for a while. That's the thing about KP is he's been out for a couple months now, but he's still one of the best cards at the power forward or center position in the game, regardless of where you play him. He deserves a spot on this list, and he's an S tier guy. Now, Minute is not one you have to argue about. He is the most obvious S tier on this list. He's the best card in the game. He's the best center in the game. He's incredibly big, 7'7", incredible release as well, moves well, does everything on the court at a crazy high level, but the size and the jump shot that he has is just top of list. Also fast. He's just Yao Ming on steroids. He's S tier. He's incredible. A top tier card in the game. Marcus Gasol. Is he A or S? A or S is tough for Marcus Gasol. I love this card. Great release, good player build, very good defensive card, moves well, good speed, everything you can ask for out of a card. I do think he's probably the best card in A tier, to be honest, and that includes some really good cards. Some of these guys in A tier are great. Marcus Gasol, though, he's damn near S, man. He is such a good card. I don't know if I can quite squeak him in there, to be honest. I don't think I can. So we're going to go on top of A for Mark. Mark Eaton, A as well. Another Mark. He's going to go D. He just can't shoot. He's got decent enough speed, but he can't shoot the 3. That matters a lot at this point. He was a very nice budget option for his time and still has great size and does have semi-decent speed as well, which is valuable, but can't go higher than D tier still. Gonna put both Yao Mings in S tier. Now, Hero Yao is significantly better. Even the Titans Yao is significantly better, much more complete in terms of badges, but stats are very similar. They're both S tier though, there's no doubt. Galaxy Opal Yao Ming is the best value center in the game in my opinion, because you don't have to pay the ridiculous price that you do for the Hero Yao to get Galaxy Opal Yao, and he's still incredible. 80 speed, 83 ball, 7'6". Still an insane card. They're both S tier. These are the top 3 centers in the game: Minute, Yao, and other Yao. I don't generally include duplicates of players on these tier lists, but they are different enough, and I feel like different price points and stuff where you have to include both of them, and both Galaxy Opal and Dark Matter Yao are easy S tier cards. Mo Bamba, 7 foot with a great wingspan, but does not have the most elite release in the world. He is only a pink diamond, but he does have pretty damn good stats and badges for a pink diamond. With that being said, I'm still going C tier for him. Patrick Ewing, same thing. Same reason as Embiid for Patrick Ewing. I like the card in every aspect except his release is an atrocity. They're very similar cards. I put them on the exact same level. Great in a lot of areas, just horrific releases, and that puts them C tier for me. I think Peter is damn near S. I mean, is he... I'm putting him S. People are going to disagree with me. That's okay. He is so cheap as well now. He used to be very expensive. He's not expensive anymore. Peter is a really good card that you can get for 15,000 MT. That is crazy to me. 7'2" with a 7'10" wingspan and an elite release. He's got a great player build. He competes on the interior better than almost any budget center, and he has the ability to shoot the ball at a super high level, gets every badge, has a great wingspan. Love this card. That's a pretty easy S tier for me. Shaq, I think, stinks. I'm going to go D tier for him. I do think he's one of the worst centers on this list. Really not a fan of the card at all. He's a pretty easy D tier for me because he is, despite having great speed, good sigs, all that stuff, he's got a 63 ball and no shooting badges. It's killer, man. And not only no shooting badges, you can add those. The main thing is that he's got a horrific release. He's got a 63 ball and a terrible release. He doesn't get the job done. Sean Bradley's also 7'7", just like George Mirasan. Sorry, I think he might be 7'5" or 7'6". I think he's 7'6". So he's a little smaller than Mirasan. Similar to Mirasan, though, can't shoot. What he does have going for himself is that he's got decent enough speed. But, like Markey, and can't shoot the 3 at all. At least Mirasan can halfway shoot. He's big, but he isn't great in terms of his speed. He's got acceptable enough speed, but not great. But he can't shoot the ball. It's pretty much a killer. Can't play. Simbalar is the worst card on this list. He's 25 speed and 25 3-ball. At least Sean Bradley has decent enough speed, or somewhat has speed. Mirasan can shoot wide open, even if he's super slow, and Mark Eaton has decent enough speed. Simbalar is both crazy slow and can't shoot. He's the worst card on this list. Do not pick this card up. That's a D tier guy. Gonna go Tyson Chandler, top of B, one of my favorite budget centers in the game. Not quite as good as Peter, but he's got a decent enough release. He's 7'1", has good size, moves okay, good athlete, good speed, all that stuff. I like the card. And then Wilt Chamberlain, for the same reason as Joel and Patrick Ewing, goes C tier. Very good card in a lot of areas, just horrific release. And when you have a really bad release, even if you are good in a lot of other areas, I can't put you very high, especially at this point in the year where release is as important as it is. With that being said, that is going to do it for this video. Let me know what y'all think of my tier list down in the comment section down below. If there's anybody think I ranked too high or too low or left off the list that does deserve a spot, feel free to let me know about that as well. And I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.